OMM stands for over mint mark. We're going to look at those as well as dual mint marks and how much they are worth. So stay tuned. My name is Daniel and you are watching Coin Help You YouTube channel. Please click the like and also hit the little bell beside the subscribe button. Today we're going to talk about over mint marks, dual mint marks, and we're going to brush over on repunched mint marks, which are called RPMs, so that you can kind of understand the difference, so that you don't get it confused with an over mint mark. So let's get started. In my effort to remain as accurate as possible, I want to correct a couple things that I said in my videos. The first thing is that the mint marks were hand punched into the dies at the Philadelphia Mint for the San Francisco Mint and the Denver Mint, according to LincolnCentResource.com. So they were hand punched at the mint, whether it be the S, the D, or the D over S, or the S over D. Then they were shipped to the respective branch mint. Also, in my GSA Morgan video, it is General Services Administration. I accidentally said government. I edited that out so that it's no longer in the video, but I wanted to correct that. I apologize for any misunderstanding. It seems most collectors tend to confuse repunched mint marks with over mint marks. Over mint marks are more rare than repunched mint marks, as are dual mint marks. Now, one of the things I want to cover real fast, we're on error-reference.com. I'm going to be here briefly. I don't own error-reference.com material, but I just wanted to say that a repunched mint mark is of the same mint mark, whether it be a D over a D or a triple D or an S over S or a triple S. All of those are the same mint mark. And I'm going to come down here and go to error-reference.com, and you can see all the different mint marks as far as repunched to the left, right, east, west. That way you can learn what actual repunched mint mark looks like so you don't confuse it. Next, here's the over mint mark on error-reference.com. All these pages, they're here and it shows you a little bit about them. Then the dual mint mark. And the reason it's called a dual mint mark, basically because the second mint mark is not touching the final mint mark. In other words, there was a weak mint mark punched somewhere else, and then the stronger final mint mark was punched in another place. So that's why it's called a dual mint mark. And there is a distinction to be made here. Here is coppercoins.com, the Lincoln Cent resource. Here are the most widely accepted over mint marks. Now, mint marks were hand punched at the Philadelphia Mint, and then they were shipped to their respective mint, whether it be the S or the D, which the D is the Denver Mint and the S is the San Francisco Mint. Now, there are other mints at one time, and there's other over mint marks, but we're not covering anything but Lincoln Cents in this video. Now, one thing to note, the 1980 that used to be called the D over S has been debunked. It is no longer considered a mint mark. It will not be mentioned any further in this video. Another possible over mint mark besides what's on this list is the 1911 D over S. We will look at that one a little bit. It's thought that it's possible that it is a D over S, but it is not widely accepted as such. There's not documentation. It's nice to have documentation from the U.S. Mint when something is messed up over mint mark, but there's not always documentation. So it's very important to come here and look at these, each one of these. And as you see here, this is actually LincolnCentResource.com, OMMs-OMM.html. Right here is the actual URL. And if I can remember, I'll put it down in the description. Now, one of the things you can do here, once you do that, you can click on it, and each one has a link, and it'll take you to their respective listing. It'll show you the die marks and things. We're going to look at Konica as well, and you can go and through their list, and you can look up their RPMs. They have their over mint marks and their dual mint marks listed under RPMs. Now also remember that after 1989, there's no Repunched Mint Marks or over mint marks. None. So if you have any Lincoln Cent after 1989, it can't be a Repunched Mint Mark or over mint mark or a dual mint mark. Here's the 1911 D that is listed as a DD over S. Right here is considered maybe the lower part of an S, but this is not widely accepted. But still something to look for. Is still a Repunched Mint Mark. On Heritage, this will show you some values. Some of these are older listings, but here you have the 1944 D over S. There are actually two for 44, and when you go over to CoinFacts, or at least PCGS Price Guide, you can actually see the two that are listed here and how much they're worth. You know, one's weak and one's a little stronger, and you can see what their values are and their different grades right here. And then we go to another 44D over S, and this one shows what it's worth in a PCGS holder if it's a higher grade. Grade's very important on these. Some of them are not worth a bunch if they're lower grade. Come in and click on these images and you can look at the details. If Heritage does not have the images for you to look at, to study them, you can always go to coppercoins.com, or you can go over here to PCGS, and a lot of times they'll show a circulated example. This one here shows you what the D over S looks like. And you always want to match the images. You always want to look for known examples. If you think you have a new variety, or you think you have another Repunched Mint Mark, or actually over mint mark, or dual mint mark for that matter, then it's best to go over to Konica, and you want to go to their services and attribution services. Okay, you click on that, and you'll actually show you who to send it to and where to send it to and how much it's going to cost you. And that's the best thing to do if you think you have a new variety or something that's not listed. Wexler's double die varieties is another good place. This actually goes through how the over mint marks, where they use a little tiny die punch to punch into the die, the mint mark into the die. It's right here. And there's just various reasons why they changed the mint mark from a D to an S or an S to a D. No one always knows the reason for some of this. So we get back to coppercoins.com, LincolnCentResource.com. Through all these listings here to kind of see the ones. Here's a dual mint mark. I'm not cover it because this mint mark is over out of the way. And like I said, it's hard to attribute a new one whenever you're not for sure. The mint doesn't have documentation saying, yeah, we changed the mint mark. It's not always known. You can't always know that. And sometimes these will look, a lot of people will look at plating bubbles and different things like that, and they're not actually over mint marks, because you've got that kind of thing. You got clog mint marks, which clog mint marks are in the 70s well known for clog mint marks. Well known for mint marks that aren't clear, let's put it that way. They're not really clogged. Die chips in a mint mark are not over mint marks. So those are things that you have to understand. You have to want to find the ones that are actually listed, and if you think you have a new one, like I said, go to Konica and send them a message. Send it to the appropriate person. So anyways, I hope this helped you understand over mint marks a little bit better and how much they're worth, where to look for the values, and how to get them attributed. Thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, comment, and have a great day.